Hey guys, what's going on? Zero Mata here with a Metro Conflict gameplay and commentary. I'm just going to give you guys kind of my initial review and my first look impressions of Metro Conflict after finally being able to kind of jump in the game and play some games or play some matches in it. So I'm playing the map Killhouse TDM, playing Anna, who's kind of more or less a CQC oriented class, and kind of initially when we jump in the game, kind of also keep in mind it's a free-to-play game, of course. It's like, oh, it's a free-to-play FPS from Korea. It's probably gonna play like shit. But I've been pretty pleasantly surprised with it, honestly. Like, the game feels solid in terms of the actual core FPS mechanics, in terms of the gunplay, the movement, the UI, all that stuff really does feel well thought out. It does feel like it's a game that's not really clunky at all. You feel the guns are fluid, you feel the shooting's fluid. Some of the actual behavior of some of the guns may need some tuning, but for the most part, I've been having a blast with the game, to be honest with you. So in terms of kind of my concerns about the games, so the game kind of sets itself apart from other games. It has like its own class system with, you know, unique skills and traits, and kind of going through the game offers TDM, it offers PvE, it offers demolition, and kind of their own variant on Capture the Flag called Q-Brush. And from what I've seen, a lot of the balances for each of the classes, because each class has like their own distinctive playstyle, and the balancing is kind of a mess, to be honest with you. So you have a class like Anna, who is like ridiculous in TDM. Like, she's probably one of the best players you can play with TDM, and she can easily carry a match if you know what you're doing. But if you're playing her in CQC, you can tell she has counterplay. You can tell she's pretty easy to kind of see her weaknesses and kind of exploit those. But you can't do that in TDM at all, just based on her skill set, her kit, and kind of the speed, the ridiculous movement speed bonuses she gets from her skills, which is kind of disheartening. So there's that. A lot of the other classes kind of share that's the same kind of look and feel and the same outline in terms of, you know, they're predominantly played in one map or one mode, and then they're completely forgotten in other modes. So I think that the class balancing needs a lot of work, and I think that should be kind of one of the things on the high priority list for OG Planet and Red Duck, the developers. So another thing that kind of, in terms of like lag and latency and all that stuff, they say that the servers are dedicated, which is great, but they actually have peer-to-peer if they run out of dedicated servers to provide to the players. And also, it looks like they only have servers like on the East Coast, because I've been getting 140 ping in most games. So I would really like to see probably more variety in terms of where they have their servers located. In terms of actual frame lag, players have been having some issues with that. It looks like a lot of the maps aren't really optimized too well, but the developers and publishers have addressed that and said that they're working on it, which is great. So that's kind of something that's also something you have to kind of consider if you're going to play the game. Make sure that you run your stuff on low if you're having issues and all that good stuff. But that's kind of my initial review of the actual core gameplay. Like I said, the gunplay feels really good. I like the maps. They're perfect size for like an 8v8 scenario, typical FPS match. And from a competitive aspect, though, I do think the game still needs a lot of work. They still need to add custom matches, and they need to add an ability or like an option to disable the skills. So each class has their own distinctive skill that they can use, and really, if you're gonna play or if you're gonna kind of push for a competitive scene, you know, tournaments and leagues and all that stuff, you really need to make sure that the game is balanced in a way where players aren't going to really have issues with, you know, trying to ban out stuff. If you have a tournament run and their rule set makes it so that you have to ban out a certain item or a certain class, that's just poor balancing on the developer and the publisher side. So really, it's kind of like the issue the issue that Blacklight kind of had. So Blacklight, you have all these weapon customizations, and there's like, you know, over millions of possible weapons that you can create in Blacklight Retribution. But there's no way to really balance all that. It's impossible to balance all that. So for the leagues and the matches in Blacklight specifically, you can only use default receivers, and that was really the only way to balance the game. for a competitive aspect. And I think that's similarly something that needs to be done in Metro Conflict, because you have skills like wall hacks, you have skills that prevent grenades from damaging you. You have Anna, who has like a ridiculous move speed. You have the stealth skill from Trish. So you have all these skills that kind of provide a game-breaking component to a competitive playing field, and there's really no way to counterplay that at all. So I think giving players the option to disable the skills would make more people inclined to kind of at least commit or try out the game without, fearing how they would play a competitive match, or, the restrictions and all that stuff. So I think that's been my major concern with the competitive aspect of, what the game can potentially be. But aside from that, though, like, the developers and publishers have been really good. Like I said, in my previous video, they've been doing weekly live streams. They're always on the forums. They're always in game, kind of, asking for questions. So I really do appreciate that from those guys, and I really do hope that they keep that up. And I really do hope that they take all the criticism that the players are providing to them to make the game the best possible product it can be. Because I really do think the game does have potential, for sure. It does feel like some stuff needs to be worked on heavily. The clan system is very bare bones right now. It does need a lot more work. It's more or less kind of like a friend system for clanmates at this point. But that's all been planned out. That's all stuff that they're going to be working on in the future. But if you're just looking for a free-to-play FPS game that you just want to try out and see if it's something that's up your alley, or if you're looking for something new, I would really recommend you guys try out Metro Conflict. I'm having a blast, and hopefully you guys kind of at least enjoy some parts of the game. And I think that's pretty much it for the video. In terms of kind of my overall strategy for the game, I'm definitely going to be posting more content, YouTube content. Definitely look for some gameplay guides for certain classes and all that stuff. I really do feel like I'm going to be vested into the community, into the actual game, and I really want to make sure that this game kind of reaches the potential it can be, or it can ultimately reach. So I definitely do recommend you guys give it a shot. If you have any questions or comments, I can definitely if you have suggestions for videos for Metro Conflict, definitely give me a shout out. Let me know what you guys want to see, and I'll do my best to accommodate everyone. Ultimately, I'm definitely not going to be posting like daily videos, but I'm at least kind of shooting for 2 to 3 videos a week at least. It's kind of hard with like school, or not school, but work now, to really find time aside from the weekends to play the game, get the content ready for you guys. But it'll be fun. I'm definitely looking forward to it. And all I can say is just thanks for watching as always. I always appreciate the support you guys give me, and until next time.